You know, despite how I feel about this movie, I still don't miss George Lucas. Today on Readus Reviews, I review Star Wars Episode 8, The Last Jedi. So the story takes place a little bit after The Force Awakens, in which Rey is with Luke Skywalker learning how to be a Jedi. Finn just woke up from his injuries that he acquired on Starkiller Base, and the First Order is in the process of hunting everybody down. And that's all I'm going to say without giving away spoilers. Because, come on. So as far as the story is concerned, while it didn't drag like Attack on the Clones did, it did have elements that were similar to that of The Empire Strikes Back and, surprisingly to me, Return of the Jedi that made me very interested as far as finding out what the third installment of this trilogy was going to be like. That being said, The Last Jedi was cohesive enough to me to show that it was definitely the second act in a planned trilogy, but as far as anything else, that's about it. Because to be honest, the overall plot for The Last Jedi was kinda weak. The only driving force was the characters and their development. And because there's that imbalance between character development and good plot, that the movie kinda suffers because of it. And speaking of development, let's talk about the characters that I thought stood out to me the most, starting with Rey. I like the direction that they went with her character, that being one of the traits that a good amount of people don't necessarily care about her, being one of the flaws that actually makes her a fleshed out character. I thought that her being open to everything there is about the Force was a great visual aid to show how she's been and where she needs to go in order to develop and grow. Finn had a huge leap of courage since The Force Awakens. Like, Jesus, like, I wasn't expecting this from you. Good on you, Finn. And I also thought that Poe had a lot more to do and also a lot more to learn than he did in The Force Awakens. And it's because of these creative decisions that although they had limited screen time compared to Rey, they both got a chance to learn their morals from their own personal arcs, and I saw exponential growth from that as well. But if any arc had the title of Rey's for strongest, I would have to say it was Kylo Ren's. I'm not going to go into spoiler territory, but as far as I'm concerned, this was the movie that helped establish what Kylo Ren's ultimate role is in this entire trilogy. Other pros I liked about it was John Williams' score, the way certain scenes were shot. Also, in my opinion, the fight scenes, they were a lot better than they were in The Force Awakens. However, outside of the initial story, my initial problem with the movie is that a lot of the payoffs that we expected to happen, either in this movie or in the last of the trilogy, that were introduced to us in The Force Awakens, were very disappointing. It was just very disappointing. I say that because in The Force Awakens, we were introduced to new characters and plot points that we were interested to seeing where they went, or how certain characters got the way they did, or why things are happening, or like certain resolve as far as like what was going on with this character. And given what happened in The Last Jedi regarding certain things over the entire story, it was just disappointing because we didn't get that payoff. We didn't get those answers. And I don't necessarily know if it was because the information that was given to us in The Force Awakens didn't necessarily mesh with Rian Johnson's plan for The Last Jedi or the writing that he's doing for Episode 9. But seeing how things played out without us getting answers regarding how things happened in The Force Awakens, first and foremost, it was just a big letdown. It was a huge letdown in my opinion. Which is why I think The Last Jedi is a good okay, but it was still okay nonetheless. While this entire movie isn't completely filler, there are definitely moments over the course of this film that make you go like, okay, either something very important and very big is going to happen in Episode 9, or this entire trilogy is just going to be, And I entirely hope that the latter is not the case. And since I'm definitely going to end up getting this on Blu-ray anyway, I'll definitely say that it's worth a theater watch, but catch a matinee. So anyway, readers, your homework assignment for the day. Write in the comment section below what you thought of Star Wars Episode 8, The Last Jedi, if you've seen it. Also, be sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications, because I post new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and every other Friday. But until then, this is Readus 101. Class dismissed. Bye.